Hey, friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to Wrestle Juice. So, Fastlane is in the books. A lot of varying opinions on the premium live event itself. We're going to talk about your hot takes today on the show because those are the ones that I give a damn about, the Wrestle Juice crowd. So, as I'm saying right here in the little community tab thing, let's hear your WWE Fastlane hot takes. First up, Guardian Abe says, I'd rather have a 3-hour, 5-match card, with each match getting the time they deserve, than a 5-hour, 14-match card with matches getting as little as 8 minutes. I wonder who does that these days. I'm joking. It's talking about AEW. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, I am a bigger fan of the shorter pay-per-view. I'd rather have a 2-night WrestleMania where each night is like 3.5 to 4 hours than one long, sloggy 8-hour WrestleMania. I know that's, I think, kind of the general consensus, although there is plenty of people out there who probably prefer like the long sloggy pay-per-views, just one giant chunk. Especially with AEW, I think they're, you're paying $50. I think Tony Khan's just like, well, I'm just going to give you a whole lot of matches because you're paying $50, as opposed to WWE where it's like you're paying $10 a month for Peacock, so they can just sort of do whatever they want to do. But yeah, my preference also, I don't think that's really a hot take. I think a lot of people feel that way, Guardian Ape. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Ryan Fever says the women's triple threat would wildly be considered a top 5 women's match of the year if the crowd weren't so dead for the majority of it. Yeah, I don't know I forget what preceded that match. Was it the tag title win? I forget. But, like, I thought that women's triple threat match was killer. I love that it started with Asuka blasting Charlotte with the mist. After all week, she was giving her love on social media. It was kind of unexpected. I thought it was a wildly fun match. I thought it was creative. I thought everybody, did a good job in it. But the crowd was kind of dead for a lot of it. And then when it picked up at the end with a lot of big moves and stuff, they got back into it. But, no, I thought it was a stellar match. I thought it was really, really good. Let's see here. Edward Thorpe, whatever, says Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy was the best match on the show. So evidently somebody on, I don't know what the reason for this would be, but somebody on Wikipedia edited the main event to call it Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy, which is kind of funny. So anyways, yeah. Deadpool Nerd says, as cool as the LWO is, they definitely need some steam behind them. They never seem to gain a big-time win, and the Carlito pop just seems momentary. LWO needs more backing altogether. From Ray, what? Oh, no, I lost it. Apparently it said something else. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Let's see if I do this, will I get more of his comment? Where's the rest of his comment? Oh, here we go. From Ray to Wild and Del Toro. Come on, YouTube, get your shit together. I'm trying to hello. All right, moving on to the next one. Snakeskin94 says, my hot take is, I don't think there's been a WWE premium live event this year that's been a skip. I think there's an argument to be made Triple H is too patient for things. I think tonight should have been the night for Damian, but I think that said Triple H this year has succeeded in making even the most B-level premium live events feel important, or at least really good. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I feel like there has been more of an effort to make these less missable, to make these more like, oh, things are going to happen. We're trying to drum up some freaking excitement for the company. He's doing what a real promoter should do, is trying to make every premium live event feel premium. And I can appreciate that as well, as far as the LWO reference here from Deadpool Nerd. Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't know if Carlito's the thing that the LWO needs right now. I don't know really how he fits in, because like Santos was clearly about to turn on Ray after the United States Championship match before the Street Profits attacked. And I don't know. I feel like Joaquin Wilde and the other guy, I think they're just sort of set dressing, right? Like they're just there to take losses. They don't really do a whole lot when they get on the mic. They're not terribly good. So, yeah, the LWO definitely needs something, and I don't know that it's Carlito. But hopefully I'm wrong. Heel Heat says, Jade Cargill was made a bigger star in one pre-show segment than she ever was being the undefeated TBS champion. Holy crap, she looked like $1 million, man. Let me tell you what. Yeah, Triple H coming out to greet her. They're really making her out to be a big deal. Yeah, I was only disappointed that they didn't show her like in the crowd during the premium live event, during like maybe the women's match. I thought that would have been pretty cool. But evidently they decided not to go that route. Let's see here. Here's another long one. A Cursed Hawk says wrestling fans will ignore a great match and call it trash just because the person they wanted to win lost. Talking about Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth put on solid, hard-hitting matches. Majority of fans say it'll trash because Shinsuke didn't win. Yeah, like we were getting that a lot over the Going in Raw channel in our chat. A lot of people upset that Shinsuke didn't win that. I never thought he had a chance because I think they're just doing a better job building up these contenders. But the problem is apparently, number one, and there's a couple more comments about this, people seem to be getting kind of over the Seth Rollins thing. Look, I think you can have it. I understand what they're trying to do with Seth Rollins in this World Heavyweight Championship. They're trying to make it not be a consolation prize. They're trying to say, hey, this champion is there all the time. He's a hard worker. He's got the whole weight of the company on his back, unlike Roman, who says he does. But in the process, that sort of doesn't leave people wanting more Seth Rollins. In my honest opinion, for me personally, the song thing is getting old. Him standing there while people chant his song, it's becoming who he is, and like any amount of character he might have is getting lost. He's never been a particularly effective babyface. It's when he's a bad guy that people really start to like him, and I feel like he's straying a little bit too far down the road of like straight up babyface guy. I feel like the guy needs some adversity. I never felt it was going to be Shinsuke, but the crowd, I think, would have really loved it if it was Shinsuke. And therein might lie the problem. They don't want people to be booing Seth Rollins right now because he is hot. It's funny because Seth has the same problem that Cody had in AEW. He's wildly over, but he's no longer in the top like 3 most over guys in the most over acts in the company. I kind of think that belongs at this point to LA Knight, Cody, and probably Rhea Ripley. And for a time, it was Seth Rollins. I don't know what they got to do with him. He's a phenomenal wrestler. His outfit was amazing. His whole presentation is great. But he was getting worked last night, and yet he still found a way to win with like a Falcon Arrow. I don't know. I wasn't huge on that, to be honest with you. But I didn't think the match was great, and I didn't think it was trash. I thought it was a really, really good match. In fact, our star ratings are available right now. I think right now. Over at the Friendo Club Wrestling. Larson's editing that one. So you can see what I gave it over there. JMC ZM1KD says, that noise being on every replay drove me insane. It took me like half the premium live event to realize that's what was happening. I was watching her. Where's that coming from? What's that all about? Let's see here. Next up, Asian Murr says Rollins might not lose that title until Captain America comes out. Maybe the idea is he's got to do some publicity for it. I don't even know when Captain America is supposed to come out. But I don't think that'll be the case. I think they're waiting for Damian to cash in on a bigger stage. I mean, could that be Survivor Series? Could it be the Royal Rumble? That's a possibility as well. I think he is going to cash in. I think they're just taking their time telling that story. Let's see here. Deep Voice Dude says Seth Rollins won't lose the World Heavyweight Championship title while business is hot. I kind of disagree with that because like business is hot now, and I don't see it going down anytime soon. They've got a lot of pieces in place to keep this train rolling for a while. And I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're waiting for Damian Priest to sort of get to a certain breaking point, perhaps. Roy Costin says 5 matches was nice, but I would have liked one more Mitch. Yeah, six is sort of the norm with WWE these days. This is completely kind of how I feel. Awesome Bros Inc. says the main event was a 5-star match with a 2-star ending. I kind of agree with that. Like, I feel like it was like, I don't know, 23 minutes of Shinsuke beating the shit out of Seth Rollins, and then Seth hits a couple of big moves and he gets the win. I think it kind of backfired a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I think it might have, in the minds of a lot of the fans, I think it might have backfired a little bit. People want to see Shinsuke with a dominant performance get that win. Sparkplug says, why was Jade Cargill aimlessly walking around backstage all night in her ring gear? I guess that's what she was doing. She just showed up. Well, this is my thing. It's like whenever you have a first day at a new job, at least the last time I had an actual job where you go to a place. First day, you go, you fill out some HR paperwork, and then, like, if I recall correctly, you just sort of linger a little bit. Like, maybe they'll put you in a training thing, but if you're shadowing somebody, usually that person doesn't want to be bothered, so you're just sort of hanging out. They're like, hey, so what do they got you doing today? A lot of nothing. Okay, well, good luck. People just walking in and out, doing a whole lot of nothing. Man, that's what Jade was doing. She's like, hey, what do they got you doing today? Nothing, just filled out some HR paperwork. Okay, cool. Well, we'll see you around. Maybe that's what she was doing. Like normal first day of the office stuff. Baskin Charge says Carlito having a different theme should be illegal. I saw a lot of people very upset about Carlito's theme. I'll be honest with you. I really like the Caribbean cool stuff. I think that's good. I think he should have come out with an apple. He looks like a completely different person. He's so huge these days. Yeah, I don't know about the theme song. It didn't do much for me, but also it didn't bother me either. But there's a lot of big Carlito fans out there. Blub says the Hut can be and has been out pizzaed. Yeah, by like everybody. What's the reply on this one? Lol. It's just lol. I agree, man. No offense to Pizza Hut, but your pizza tastes like shit. Real Life says LWO should have lost and Carlito should have turned on Rey Mysterio. Well, I mean, dude, he waited all day to get in that match, so I don't know. Maybe you're onto something there. Serious Nass says, while Cody and Jay winning the titles is a good shock moment, and we got a funny press interview with them, I don't see the point in them winning. They're probably going to lose them in 2 weeks. I kind of disagree with this. So they might very well have a quick turnaround on the title run. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. This allows Cody to go to SmackDown, which is what he wants to do in the first place. He has sort of a seamless transition. And then when they lose the titles, he can just be like, I'm going to stay here because like the whole Jay trade thing. I'll just stay here. It also allows Jay to go to SmackDown, something he does not want to do. So it sort of forces Jay into doing something that Cody really wants to do, and therein lies the tension. That being said, after seeing that press conference last night, I feel like they're new best friends, and I want to see more of that. Honestly, nobody, and here's my hot take, nobody, and I mean nobody, should do a WWE press conference without having done at least a couple of shots right before. Any more here? Oh, Bucket Dipper says, hot take, Gunther versus Ciampa wasn't added to the card because it would have blown Seth's title match out of the water. I don't know if that's the reason why, but that would have been the result. And Cody Miles, the great Cody Miles, says the unbelievable Seth Rollins victories are starting to be as bad as prime babyface Roman. And then Baskin Charge also says Seth's title reign is extremely boring and stale. It was now or never for Shinsuke. Ooh, those are some hot takes, man. Seth's victories are starting to be as bad as prime babyface Roman. The difference is Roman didn't really have a character back then, and Seth does. But I'm not with you, but I'm not against you on that one. Anyways, let me know your guys' hot takes in the comments below. Let's have some fun conversations in the comments. How about that? Till next time, we'll see you guys around. Oh, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and all that kind of stuff.